car.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that the waiter instead of
I'm good once Juan is ready. So you can just ignore us and have the combo yourself. I know, right?
Don't look at this.
If I was gonna come from the bottom, Jake, how low do I have to?
There.
Right there?
Lower. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's try this.
Yeah.
Tab lower. Okay. Alright, I'm good.
All right, cool. So let's start with your name and how you're connected to the Elevation Project.
Ajamu-Osagboro is my title. Ajamu-Osagboro is my name. I'm connected to the Elevation Project through another one of my comrades gave me put together a manual for sisters and brothers returning from home to go through. And when I went through a particular section, bam, there it was. I highlighted it, had a phone number, I called, and Latrice answered the phone, and we clicked instantly because she was saying the things that I do. Like I told her, she said, how long have you been home? And I think I had been home for something like 6 weeks. And I told her that I had a list of 35 things, and I've done them all. And she said, wait a minute, breathe. She said, you haven't even breathed. You talking and you didn't take one breath. And so she calmed me down, and then she was telling me some of the things that I need to do. And it's been extremely helpful. The job her and James do is just like amazing. The organization. When I talk about the way that I talk about it, she says that she don't like to bash other organizations. And like I tell her, it's not bashing when you see, because I'm an activist as well, when you see people who profess to represent what she represents and what the Elevation Project represents, and they don't come through, she becomes even that much more, the organization becomes that much more rare in terms of being about what they say about. Because when you coming home, if you're a woman, a man, a child, boy child, or girl child coming home, you need people who say they're going to help you to really be about what they say they're about. And when they're not, it creates consternation and devastation in their lives on a level that nobody can really fathom.
So, like, emotionally, what was that like for you? It clearly sounds like you've had some experience with people that didn't follow through. What was it like to find an organization that did what they said?
Actually, no, I didn't have problems with people. I had experience with people who didn't, because I'm a counselor too. I've had fellow releases come to me and tell me about what happened. So I had to counsel them through that insanity, because they were thinking about doing something negative that would have caused them to either go back to prison or lose their lives. So no, I haven't had that personal, but through other people, sort of vicarious counseling I've had. But for the Elevation Project to be who they are, it stands out. I mean, like, and there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of organizations in the city of Philadelphia that profess to be about that work. And many of them even get grants. But as somebody from the Inquirer once did, a writer, I think her name was Helen Jimenez, she did a piece that she showed all these different organizations where they take this money and the problems in the city still continue unabated. So she's like, what the hell is going on? And so to have somebody like the Elevation Project actually be about what they say they're about, not just be about it, but be about it exponentially, it's a godsend. That's why I told them that I'll do anything that they need me to do for them, because we need to replicate their work and expand their work. Because the more you expand their work, the more people can get services.
Yeah, that's a huge help, I imagine.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is there anything else you can say about like their impact on the community or impact on people that you know that you've counseled?
Yes. First of all, they put on various events within the community, and their events are epic. Sometimes they're even the first time. For example, they put on an event called Judge the Judges, where they brought in maybe about 15 or 20 judges. That had never been done in the city of Philadelphia, so that the people the citizens who voted elected would actually come and question the judges, the judicial candidates, whether they was judges running for what is called retention, or they were judges that's running for judgeship for the first time. You could actually question them. You could do your research and questioning them on their policies, procedures, practice, their track record as attorneys, etc. That was amazing. And it went so well, and everybody showed up. And so they put on events like that on a regular basis, and that feeds the community. That develops in the community a much more respect for the judiciary, for police officers, for prosecutors, for people who are officers of the court. And that's a real legitimate way, because other ways that have been said and expressed are either phony or just simply don't cut it. Folks, money is just changing hands, but folks is really not doing the job. So when the Elevation Project does what it does, it goes all out. And I just want everybody to know about the Elevation Project and the work that they do. Because people need the work that they do. Our city needs the work that they do. Pennsylvania needs the work that they do. And yes, America needs the work that they do. That's how influential and prominent they are in their work.
That's the first time I've ever heard anything like with the judging the judges. That sounds like a huge idea. Because I feel like even when I go to vote, it's like, I'm just like checking names, like you don't know who the hell these people are.
Well, many of the programs they put on are like that, like either never been done before, or it's something that like people say, well, damn, why didn't we do this before? Primarily because most of the folks involved is just like, they have an agenda that don't really have anything to do with providing genuine services to the people who are most needed, the disenfranchised, the boxed out, the locked out, the downtrodden. But the project does.
So I have two more questions. First of all is, what's it feel like to see them, getting a small piece of something in return for all of the work that they put into the community?
Well, the funny thing about it is, they'll tell you, they don't do it for the accolades. They do it to provide a service. But that's just additional help. That'll make them be able to do what they do. As you seen in the interview, it'll help her keep the lights on. A little longer. So they deserve it. If I had the money, I would give them far more because we need them. I seriously hope, and if someone can hear me, if they watch somebody on the level of the governor or the president of the United States, they need to seriously consider giving the Elevation Project an assignment or department to run to actually do what they do here in Philadelphia, do it on a national level. Absolutely.
And so my last question is just, is there anything else that you want to say about the project or about them as people? Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah. Come on down to the project. The new building is at 4946 Parkside Avenue. Come on down. The sisters and brothers, the girl children and the boy children who are coming home from these prisons, unjustly, particularly those who are wrongfully convicted, because I did 42 years and I was wrongfully convicted as a child, prosecuted as a child. So their work for me has been immense, and many other children who have been since exonerated could use the work and services that the Elevation Project has. So come on down, and you may find some services that they provide that will actually help mitigate many of the things that you deal with when just coming back or re-entering into so-called real society.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Both of you guys.